No shirt, no shoes, no service is an alliterative illustration of what's required in a restaurant, something we've all grown up with. Well, now we can add no shot to that list. In at least one Boise restaurant, as COVID cases continue to increase across the state, some restaurants are doing all they can to stay afloat and keep their customers safe and their staff as well. A new downtown Boise eatery has decided that having guests show proof that they are COVID-free, that's the best way to do that. Here's Katya Stepovic.
The food is being prepped, peeled, and squeezed to be plated for the next guests. But the next guests at Kin in downtown Boise will all have something in common.
To provide an environment that is welcoming to the guests and to the staff, we felt like it was an important step that we needed to take.
Remy McManus, the owner of Kin, says staff decided collectively that to open their tasting room and be able to offer the best service possible, guests would need to show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test 2 days before a reservation.
The people who have supported us for years and years are coming out of the woodwork yet again, and then new supporters are starting to, starting to show us that they're behind every decision that we make.
The feedback they've received online has been harsh, like comparing them to Nazis and the devil. But McManus says the positive feedback outweighs the bad, and their reservations reflect that.
There has been opposition to some of the decisions that we've made, not only with this, but with every decision that you make, you'll see opposition.
But McManus says it was the right decision for them.
Sitting very close to your neighbor in lieu of distancing and in lieu of mask wearing, obviously you see, again, a communal experience. When you're experiencing a dinner like this.
We've gotten a lot of support, personal texts, as well as people coming out and saying that they just enjoyed that in a time when they haven't been able to feel comfortable going out and experiencing dining like they had in the past. They now feel like there's a little bit of that.
After over a year and a half of picnic nights, home meal deliveries, and cocktail bar service, McManus was determined to finally open Kin's indoor tasting room. And this time, COVID isn't going to get in the way.
The style of dining is meant to be communal and shared. So much of eating and dining is not necessarily the food and the beverage. That's part of it, but it's connecting with people. And we need to make sure that connection is intimate and genuine, and you can't have that, you're right, if people are feeling apprehensive in ways.
And according to the owners, the extra safety step is worth the reward.
We're not healthcare professionals. We're restaurateurs who are providing an experience to guests that is unlike any other experience that they can have in Boise. We all have families, we all have people that we care about throughout the city. So all of those decisions and all of those conversations lead to the decisions that we make.
Unlike any other, more ways than one for sure. And for those that are not vaccinated and still want to, give Kin their business, they also do outdoor events and picnics outside their restaurant 2 days a week. Vaccinations not required for those, if you want to show up for those. But a heads up before you do go, if you choose, their cocktail bar closed for the time being. So they say they want to focus on the tasting room, which is kind of where they set out when they started this whole thing right in the middle of COVID.